on Newswatch 12 weekend, it's a night of celebrating champions. We'll take a look at how local equestrians are taking home their own version of the gold here in the Northwoods.
Plus, we'll be talking about torrential downpours of rain, damaging winds, and even more severe weather on the way. I'll have those details coming up in just a few minutes.
And new updates on the potential of a COVID-19 booster shot, waiting to know as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 Weekend. I'm Georgina Fernandez. We'll get to all those stories in a bit, but first, damaging wind speeds and large hail continues across the state for more active weather on its way over tonight.
Exactly like you said, we did have a pretty active day of weather today that did include severe thunderstorms and even some tornado warnings over the weekend. That is leaving us now with some flooding concerns, most of that in southwest Wisconsin. Yesterday, La Crosse had record-breaking rainfall. We'll review that in your main forecast coming on up. But then for tonight also will be a concern with some fog that's going to be developing throughout the area. Most of that is going to be off towards our north and northwest Wisconsin, seeing that visibility already impacted largely in Superior. So overnight tonight, expect that with some lingering thunderstorm activity. Otherwise, we will be having mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight. Low temperatures dipping on down into those middle 60s. And on the back half of the night, we will start to see some thunderstorm redevelopment into the early morning. That should stay non-severe, though. Here we go, looking at that thunderstorm outlook for our Monday coming on up. You'll see the entire state in that non-severe risk for severe weather. So we could be talking about some storms to start the day, but there will be more active weather coming up on Tuesday. Those details in just a bit. Georgina?
Thanks, Andy. Officials have now confirmed 3 people have died in a single-engine plane crash in Victoria, Minnesota on Saturday evening. The plane departed from Alexandria Municipal Airport and was en route to Eden Prairie's Flying Cloud Airport when it went down just before 6 p.m., crashing into an unoccupied home in a vacant lot. While there was no injuries reported on the ground, there were no survivors on the plane.
Aircraft impacted just behind us on a northerly heading, and portions of the left elevator and the left horizontal stabilizer were located about 2 blocks to the south of here.
Falker says without these parts, the plane is not flyable. Additionally, early findings indicate that the plane contacted the control tower and received landing clearance before the plane started changing directions and dropping in altitude. While the reason for the crash is still unclear, the NTSB said conditions were overcast Saturday evening. And while the rain has kept maybe a lot of people inside this weekend, it didn't put a stop to the Great Northern Riding Club's 22nd annual Hunter Jumper Show, giving riders a chance to show off their skills and take home a version of their own gold medal. Newswatch 12 Lily Zoller has more.
It was kind of hard, and I was out there soaking wet, and I still went through it and got a first.
Ava Hamblin has been riding horses for the past 7 years. This weekend, for the first time ever, she brought home a first-place title at a horse show.
And I've been working and trying to get first place all season, and now that I finally got one, and it's my last competition of the year, it feels great.
Hamblin took home the title at the Great Northern Riding Club's event.
This year's Northwoods Hunter Jumper Circuit attracted nearly 40 riders who participated on Saturday and Sunday.
Hamblin competed against local equestrians as well as some who traveled from the Upper Peninsula and even Costa Rica to participate. Along with other riders, she had the opportunity to participate in a variety of divisions, including trotting and jumping. For many participants, it was their first time competing in the division they did.
And a lot of the times you don't do the best on your first try, but they all did. Like Ava got her first place of the summer.
Competing in the show wasn't the only difficult thing that these riders had to do, though. Working with their horses is challenging, too.
A lot of people say it's really easy, horseback riding. So it's really not. So to be able to come and watch and see these girls work with these 1,000-pound animals and be able to control them and make them do what you want them to do, but the horse also enjoys doing it.
Whether a winner or not, Hamblin says that's not what the event is about. She says it's meant to be fun for all.
Once you kind of get out there, you pretty much just forget everything and just go. It's like there's nobody out there watching.
In Eagle River, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
The Ancestral Women's exhibit at the Warehouse Arts Center in downtown Eagle River is honoring the First Nations people of Wisconsin by displaying artwork from award-winning weaver Mary Burns. The woven art is meant to connect the community to each other and their past. One of the ways the exhibit does this is by being shaped in a circle. Organizers say this makes the viewing experience more powerful.
It's a very solemn and sacred space. There's joy, of course, as well, but people come in and they get very quiet. And you feel the energy, and you're surrounded by these 12 women who represent the 12 native tribes of Wisconsin.
Collins says that art gives people the opportunity to learn about tradition and relating to each other. She says art has the power to gather people in one space and connect them in the presence of displays, but she's not the only one who was moved by the artwork.
It has a huge impact on you if you're able to sit and look at each of these women, look in their eyes, and just feel the stories and the knowledge and the love too that's being shared. It's pretty powerful.
Ryan's glad that this exhibit is sharing the lessons, stories, and experience of each tribe within the community. The exhibit runs through August 15th and is free to the public. In D.C., senators are continuing to work towards passing a $1 trillion infrastructure bill. As Democratic leaders say they won't back down until it's passed. We'll get you up to speed on what you need to know after the break.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwoods #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work or optimizing your coverage where you play, we're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
You don't have to postpone feeling your best. Now's the time to take excellent care of your health with Aspirus. We have all the right protective measures in place, so there's no need to delay important screenings and procedures. Can't leave home? Aspirus offers flexible care options from your phone, tablet, or computer. Visit aspirus.org to schedule today and learn more about the steps we're taking to protect your health. Because we love, we lead. Aspirus.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last.
Ooh, Venza.
Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander. Could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
All right, everyone, I think by now we can let out a deep exhale. We made it through the day of severe weather and even through the weekend, having even tornadoes touching down in Wisconsin. And as you can see, for the past 24 hours, storm reports were largely concentrated in central and southeast Wisconsin. These were including reports of heavy downpours and damaging winds. So let's unpack this here for just a second. Looking over in Washoe County, right along I-39, there was a funnel cloud reported along with some wind damage. So wind damage was pretty common along areas in southern Wisconsin, especially southwest Wisconsin, especially in Bobskabal the other night. So those winds were coming through this afternoon with wind speeds in excess of 40 miles an hour, even seeing that towards Door County. And with heavy rainfall, reporting 6.6 inches in Luxembourg for the last couple of days. And La Crosse yesterday receiving that rainfall of 5.59 inches, breaking their previous record. Then in the Northwoods, we were pretty mild today overall with some heavy rain throughout the day. A little bit of a break during the day, but then as we headed into this afternoon to evening, we kind of developed kind of an apocalyptic look outside, delivering some heavy downpours, almost blinding rainfall, not even able to see those roads at times, and having some urban flooding. So that developed into this evening, but by now that has scaled back some. So we are still dealing with some showers. We are seeing that largely in the North Woods at this point and into the UP. So I would say it's a safe bet to say we're done with severe weather for overnight. I expect those some lingering rain showers and maybe some redevelopment into Monday morning, but that won't be becoming severe weather. So the main concern tonight will be some of that fog developing. Now to look at the rainfall total that we have coming up for today, we had lots of rain in Green Bay, shattering records too, with over 3 inches of rain. Otherwise, outlying areas picked up at least 1 inch of rainfall, and as we know in Rhinelander, we picked that up very quickly today, as we just saw this evening a few seconds ago. And then areas to the far north staying mostly dry, getting a couple sprinkles. So looking at those rainfall records that we set today, that was in La Crosse and Green Bay for over the weekend. La Crosse having that record of 5.59 inches, just barely squeaking by, breaking that record of 5.5 inches. Green Bay shattering their previous record that was at 0.98 inches back in 1950. And that does leave us with some flooding concerns now. That rain needs somewhere to go. So seeing lots of southwest Wisconsin still dealing with those flooding concerns. That will be into Monday, but don't let your guard down yet. We could be having more flood potential and seeing more counties develop that green coming on up as we do have more active weather on the way. But that's not coming on Monday. As you'll see on Monday, we are going to take that exhale and kind of have a break in the active weather, having a couple thunderstorms to start the day. So here we go, looking at our Monday coming on up. We will be having kind of a few lingering thunderstorms overnight into early hours of Monday morning. But as you can see, most of the day will be kind of spent with those some rain showers, otherwise dry under variable clouds and sun throughout the day. But then on Tuesday, we are going to have a more active set of conditions coming our way with large hail and strong winds possible. And that will be kind of the setup here coming on up with back-to-back frontal boundaries crossing through our area, delivering multiple rounds of severe weather. So in summary, tonight we have thunderstorms and we do have fog and also drizzles possible with low temperatures in the middle 60s. Monday highs at 81 with thunderstorms in the morning. PM getting partly cloudy with that variable sun and clouds. And for a look at your extended forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, will show a few more days of active weather drying out by the weekend. Georgina?
Thanks, Andrew. The U.S. government top infectious disease expert, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says he's hopeful that the COVID-19 vaccine will become FDA approved later this month. And as the vaccine rollout continues, drug makers say a third shot may be needed, but some health leaders say now isn't the time to get one.
Joe Escobar of Plano rolled up his sleeve a third time in the fight against COVID. He's part of Pfizer's clinical trial and 2 days ago got either a third dose of the vaccine or a placebo.
I'm ready for it to be over with, go back to whatever the new normal is or the old normal.
Moderna announced Thursday booster shots will be needed before this winter because of the Delta variant. Other countries like Israel are offering third shots to vulnerable populations. And this week, a hospital in San Francisco began offering a Pfizer or Moderna shot to anyone who got the Johnson & Johnson shot.
If I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and I want to now go get one of the other vaccines, the Pfizer or Moderna, am I even able to do so?
Not in Texas. Dallas County Medical Society President Dr. Beth Kasanoff-Piper says COVID-19 vaccine records are uploaded onto the state's immunization database. Providers can see who's already received a vaccine and likely will not administer an unauthorized shot. And if you do manage to get one,
would it hurt me in any way?
We don't know the answer to that yet either. That's why the studies that are going on right now are so important.
State health officials echoed that Thursday in an email to NBC5, adding fully vaccinated people concerned about their risk should return to safety precautions like masks. Joe hopes his contribution will help provide some answers.
I just felt like somebody had to do something, and it's just sticking me in the arm with a shot was it, and that's the very least that I could do.
Meanwhile, in D.C., for the second week in a row, the U.S. Senate met to focus on a $1 trillion infrastructure bill. The bill would allow for an increase in nation spending on such things as roads, bridges, public transportation, airports, broadband internet, and electric vehicle charging stations. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer of New York warned that he will keep senators in Washington through their summer break to get that bill passed. If approved, the bill would go to the House. And what a weekend series it's been between the Brewers and the Giants. The first two games went into extra innings, and today's game went down to the wire. We'll have highlights for those games and much more coming up next in sports.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
Attention parents of student athletes planning to participate in fall sports. For your convenience, LVDHC has scheduled sports physical dates on August 3rd, 17th, and 24th. Call and schedule today.
Rhinelander Chrysler Jeep Ram. A great selection and great employees equal the greatest experience. 3620 North Highway 47, Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
Huge auction, Mass City, Michigan. Sunday, August 15th. Tractors, John Deere, Gator, tools, sporting goods, home contents, antiques, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Think premium can't be capable? Think again. Introducing the first ever AT4 lineup. Premium and capable. That's professional grade from GMC. Get $2,500 purchase cash on 2021 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $250 purchase allowance.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, but you get the gifts. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. You get more nights and more savings the more you spend. Get a 2-night hotel stay plus an extra 10% off when you spend just $1,000. So go ahead, get that new furniture and the trip.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
Sports Watch 12 with Griffin Stroin starts now.
The team with the best record in baseball against the leader of the NL Central. This Giants and Brewers series has lived up to the hype and then some. Both games have gone to extra innings. Could we get a third in a row? And Sunday afternoon brought the rubber match of this 3-game set. Milwaukee found themselves in a hole early on, but Omar Narvaez is going to put the Crew back on top with this 2-run homer to deep center field. Also, what a snag here by the fan. That souvenir is definitely coming on home. Brewers are up 1. Brett Anderson, he would leave this game early with calf cramping, and the bullpen would lose his lead. Daniel Norris gives with the long ball to Brandon Belt. Belt had 6 RBIs this weekend against Milwaukee. This game's tied at 4. And then an inning later, Tommy La Stella, that's a base hit up the middle. The runner from second scores easily. The Giants win the series. Brewers fall 5-4. After canceling family night last season due to COVID-19, the Packers were able to host the annual event without a hitch, although some fans did get a bit wet with rainstorms throughout the area. On Sunday, General Manager Brian Gutekunst spoke with reporters to discuss a long list of questions around the team, and of course, he was asked about the current situation regarding the Davante Adams contract extension. As of right now, the talks between the two sides have stalled a bit, but the Packers do plan on continuing the discussions about a new contract. Just don't expect it to go away anytime soon. It may even happen mid-season, like David Bakhtiari's contract last year.
Just like last year with David, we're willing to work through the season to get things done. So, again, I think this will be a long process. This is another, big contract with a very elite player. So it'll take some time.
An elite player indeed. Adams was tied for second in the league in receptions in 2020, but he's set to make just under $17 million this season. But Family Fun Night didn't come without controversy. After the practice, wide receiver Devin Funchess met with the media, and during his press conference, he used a racial slur. The video of the incident made rounds on Twitter, and then on Sunday morning, Funchess posted an apology to his Twitter account saying, "I meant no harm, and those that know me know that I have love and respect for all cultures and people." Gutekunst told reporters on Sunday that the comment was, quote, "very unacceptable and doesn't live up to the standards and values of the Green Bay Packers," end quote. The team also said they plan on having more conversations in the future with Funchess.
The Summer Olympics are officially over. Hey, the U.S. had the most total medals and gold medals due to some late heroics. NBC's Liz McLaughlin has more.
Just before the Tokyo Games' official goodbye, the U.S. women's volleyball team grabbed gold for the first time. Straight sets over Brazil.
It's always been our goal to come home with gold medal, and to finally make some history has meant so much.
History extended for the women's basketball team, beating Japan for its 7th consecutive gold.
Given it's a COVID year, everything that's going on in all of our lives, so to be here with this medal around our neck is really special.
More hardware from American Jennifer Valenti.
One corner to American cycling history.
Pedaling to a first-time gold in the women's Omnium. The women's water polo team scored a three-peat Olympic victory, but the gold medal drought in boxing continues, with Team USA taking silver in the final 2 bouts.
Felix's final Olympic run.
It's the last games for Allison Felix, leaving Tokyo with 11 career medals as the most decorated U.S. track Olympian.
I feel very fulfilled. You know, this was an incredible journey, incredible ride, and it was really special to end it here.
All in all, the U.S. walked into the closing ceremony with 113 medals. Another event for empty seats and TV viewers around the world, marking the end of an Olympics like no other. Now looking forward to the next games in Paris. Liz McLaughlin, NBC News, Tokyo.
There's nothing like a good Packers game tailgate. Right, Jared? Booyah! We got one. Go, Pack, go! Woo! Hey, nice Packers tickets. Remember the bonus drawing. Woo!
Wisconsin Lottery Packers scratch games with instant cash prizes and a bonus drawing for 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
A chance at 2 Packers season tickets for 2 years.
Dude, I've been trying to tell you.
I'm getting kind of weak. I think I need another brat.
Maintain your lawn and your vehicle with help from Menards. Works has the outdoor power equipment you need to keep your yard looking great. All Works outdoor power equipment is 11% off. Keep your vehicle at peak performance with Valvoline Daily Protection Motor Oil. Specially formulated for the full life of the engine with advanced additives for full year protection. Valvoline Motor Oil is 11% off. Save 11% on everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on select popular Chevy SUVs. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Is your basement broken? Is your crawl space a disaster? Is the concrete around your house sinking or uneven? If the answer is yes, call SureDry. Serving all of northeast and central Wisconsin, we offer permanent professional solutions to these kinds of problems. More than 25,000 satisfied customers since 1994. We've probably fixed your neighbor's basement, crawl space, or concrete, and we'd love to fix yours too. Call SureDry today.
Have all the summer projects got you feeling like you are juggling more than you want? Maher Water Corporation can help you take one ball out of the mix. Just like taking a break to watch our athletes compete in Japan, this summer you can take a break and let us treat your water. So while you are rooting on the U.S., enjoy your American-made water. And to all the athletes representing our country, bring home the gold.
Tonight, as the Olympics wrapped up their events, the countdown to the Paralympics is on. Kristen Dahlgren has the story of one champion who's beaten incredible odds to soar.
Growing up, Sam Grew dreamed of being a pro athlete.
Sports were everything for me.
So when he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a rare bone cancer at just 13,
my first initial questions were, would I be able to finish the basketball season? Would I be able to go play baseball in a few weeks?
The questions soon got harder.
Would I lose my leg? Would I live to see my 14th birthday? And so it was really a dark place that I went into after that.
Doctors would take Sam's leg, but instead of the usual amputation, they tried a rare procedure so he wouldn't lose the thing he loved the most, sports. His lower leg wasn't affected by the tumor, so by flipping and rotating it, his ankle could replace his knee joint.
So here's my ankle, my heel. So my foot basically goes down into my prosthetic, kind of like a shoe, and it operates as a knee.
It's like science fiction.
Yeah, it's so bizarre, but it's extremely functional.
Sam had to relearn how to walk, run, and eventually jump. Through an adaptive sports program, Sam fell in love with high jump.
Yeah, it looks like it's a good spot. It seemed like such an elegant, beautiful, event. So went home and started working on it myself.
Within a year, he came out of nowhere to win the Para World Championship.
What's that like for the kid who had just a few years prior been in a hospital bed, unable to do anything?
Yeah. It was such an incredible feeling.
Off the track, Sam is soaring too. He was accepted to every med school he applied to.
Michigan, Harvard, Yale, Stanford.
He and girlfriend Maddie started at Michigan just 3 weeks before Tokyo.
I'd like to think that my professors will allow me to miss a few days of class.
U.S. Olympic officials joked they could write an excuse note for a young man once brought down by a devastating illness, now flying high.
I would not change a thing. I think I am so much better off today because of the challenges that I've gone through.
In spite of everything, still living out that little boy's dream. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Middlebury, Indiana.
Lance Truck, we got the trucks at Lance Truck.
Nobody has more used trucks all on one lot, all priced to move. So when you're ready to buy your next truck, know that all Lens trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move.
We got the trucks at Lance Truck.
I think RVA is doing an excellent job of preparing the kids for college. My daughter, who's a junior, is going to start college classes, and she could graduate with almost a full associate's degree.
I think the one thing that people should know about RVA is how well-rounded it is with all the extra things that they can do, not only through school, but through student council and National Honor Society.
The teachers are the best, and the students in RVA are really helpful. I think it's a great program.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think. Only during trade month. Right now, get up to 1,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
There's a safe way to protect kids 12 and up from COVID-19.
So why did we get her a COVID-19 vaccine?
Because I missed school.
To get ready for baseball season.
So nothing's holding them back.
Help your kids be kids again, safely. Visit vaccines.gov to find a COVID-19 vaccine near you or call 211 to learn more.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwood's #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
Beautiful home in Mass City, Michigan with 263 acres being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Sunday, August 15th. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Well, Andrew, tonight marks the end of the 2022 Olympic Games in Paris. Thousands gathered to celebrate the handover of the Olympic flag from Tokyo to Paris. The event kicked off with singing of the national anthem, followed by French jets flying over the capital, trailing the colors of the French flag. Pop music took over as French Olympic athletes were introduced and mingled in the crowd. One French athlete says she looks forward to seeing her family and friends in the 2024 Games.
Well, Georgina, it's definitely a different look over there than it is here. Seeing that blue sky, haven't seen that in a while here due to wildfire smoke and, of course, excessive cloud coverage. And for the next couple days, we will still have kind of those gray skies. So there is still some of that wildfire smoke, believe it or not, working through the area, but also more thunderstorms. The next big round for thunderstorms will be on Tuesday, seeing that kind of slight risk for the majority of the state of Wisconsin and the UP. Now, this will be kind of featuring back-to-back rounds of thunderstorms, which could deliver strong winds and large hail. And don't be surprised if a few areas even get upgraded to an enhanced risk of severe weather. So that's going to be that orange color. We could see some of that develop in the next day or two. But here we go, looking at those fronts crossing through the area. So it's going to be Tuesday into the early afternoon, seeing that warm front pass through the area, followed up by a cold front that's going to be later on passing through Wisconsin. This could be delivering, like we just saw, that heavy rain, hail, and damaging winds once again. So I know it's been back-to-back with these thunderstorms and still trying to recover from that damage, especially in Bobscobel the other day, having several homes that had damage through a tornado that passed on by. So expect more of that to come into early parts of this week. But before we get there tonight, we will still have a couple thunderstorms possible, along with kind of drizzly weather overnight and fog developing. The worst fog is going to be off towards northwest Wisconsin overnight. Low temperatures will be down into those middle 60s, along with a light southwest breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And then we get into Monday. Monday is going to start off with a few thunderstorms. Otherwise, into the afternoon, consider that to be more of a kind of a break in the active weather, having that mix of sun and clouds, maybe a few drizzles, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but that main activity will hold off for another day. And high temperatures on Monday will be warmer than they were today, back into those lower 80s, along still with that light south breeze at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And now for a final look at your extended forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. We'll show those few more days of thunderstorms, especially on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be that next kind of big active weather day throughout the area. We could even see upgraded risks for more of that severe weather on the way. But after that, we'll start to kind of transition into more of a mild trend. We'll introduce higher pressure to the area in later parts of the week, having those temperatures relax more into those middle 70s, and we will be cutting that humidity, so it will feel very comfortable as we head into the upcoming weekend. So Georgina, a few things to look forward to next weekend, but we have a few more days of active weather to get through here.
That is for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night.